the north of the building is covered, as many people know, by a sort of unique land use restriction set forth way before New York City even had a zoning resolution. And so the restriction that the Carroll Gardens courtyards be held as courtyards is in the New York City Administrative Code, and that was passed in 1846. 1846. All right. We didn't have a zoning resolution until the early 1900s in New York City. So that provides that the courtyards can't be built on. So one of the land use, the school, as many of you know, is currently owned by the New York City Department, by the City of New York, under the auspices of the New York City Department of Transportation. And then the other kind of quirk about it is that with these wide streets in Carroll Gardens, a portion of the courtyards themselves are considered part of the street. So, as you'll hear later, the school has a proposal that would require changing some of those things. That would require changing the courtyards requirements in the New York City Administrative Code, that would require the city disposing the property to the school, and that would require the demapping of the street. Those are obviously significant actions, right? Substantial changes to the zoning and land use actions in this neighborhood, including some of the people in this community have fought for a long time. So that's where we find ourselves. In New York City, when landowners or landowners in conjunction with a city agency on an adjacent parcel want to propose a change, we make it not that easy. We put a bunch of hurdles and a process in place where there's a lot of disclosure, where there's a lot of opportunities for public comment, where sometimes things are approved and sometimes things are not approved because the full information, the full response from the community, the full disclosure have to go through a robust process. And we call that process the Uniform Land Use Review Procedure. It sets forward what an applicant has to set out, what kind of information they have to give, and a process for a series of public meetings, for a vote of the community board, for a recommendation of the borough president, for a vote of the city planning commission, and ultimately for a vote of the city council.